If you thought the Goodreads Awards were dramatic, wait until you hear ours. Today, we're revealing our 2025 reading superlatives, the books most likely to destroy your sleep schedule, rip out your heart, and completely blow up your book boyfriend rankings.
We're skipping the boring categories and going straight for the jugular. The books that made us unwell, the ones we won't shut up about, the ones we still think about in the shower. All of it. We'll share our personal winners, where we disagreed, where we were feral, and which titles actually lived in our heads rent-free this year.
Just a heads up, light spoilers ahead, but our opinions will be fully unhinged. Let's get into it. All right, so we have 10 superlatives that we're going to be giving out.
Yeah.
And we'll go one by one. And Emily and I do not know what we picked in each superlative. So that you are going to be shocked and awed along with us here.
We're going to do it like award show style where like we're going to give like a mini acceptance speech for our book or our character that we are giving the award to. And like Cassie mentioned, there's going to be a little light spoilers, but I don't think anything that will keep you from reading the books.
No, hopefully we'll convince you based off of these. But
welcome to the Book Bits and Chill 2025 Superlative Awards.
Woo!
Coming to the stage.
Woo! I'm Kylie Jenner in the front row of the Oscars last year right now.
Looking so out of place as Timothée Chalamet sweeps the categories.
Literally golf clapping.
Okay, we are going to invite Cassie to the stage to give our first award. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. Our first award is most likely to blow up your book boyfriend rankings. We're starting hot, baby. This one is perfect for the character obsession that derailed your TBR and probably also your sanity. Are we ready for my pick?
Yeah.
My most likely to blow up my book boyfriend ranking and did blow it up is Elliot Petropoulos from Love in Other Words by Christina Lauren.
Oh, he ended up taking the whole year. Halfway through the year, you said he was your top book boyfriend, but I didn't think he's going to stick.
He's stuck. He's here. And I don't think he's going anywhere, honestly.
Give Elliot his flowers.
He was the full package for me. Like, I think about a lot of men in contemporary romance, and I feel like in fantasy, I give them a pass when they're like broody assholes. But then when they're like that in contemporary, I'm like, oh, I like that, but it's not doing as much for me.
Yeah.
This guy was broody in like the perfect way where he was smart, he was funny, he was witty, but then he also just yearned like so beautifully.
Yeah.
Like he just knew that this was the girl for him from day one and did not lose sight of it. Like literally just stayed the course, didn't let their friendship derail him, didn't let the fact that they were literally estranged for like 15 years derail him. Like he was locked in.
I do think that 2025 was like the year of yearning. Like yearning had a big comeback.
We're trying to make it, the girls and the gays are trying to bring back yearning. If it's the last thing we do.
Okay. I think that you're going to be like a little bit surprised about mine.
Okay. Let's hear it.
I really took the like book boyfriend making you question your sanity to heart. And like this person really made me like think deeply about what's wrong with me internally that I'm attracted to such men.
I am so scared and so excited at the same time.
And I think it took me literally this entire year to accept this, but I'm ready to accept it. That I think my top book boyfriend of 2025, and I think on many people's lists, would be Darius A. Crux from Zodiac Academy.
No!
Cassie tried to force me to admit that I loved this book and loved this man in January 2025, and I could not accept it until December of this year. And this is why.
Made it.
It's because it's like I think it's technically categorized as like a bully romance. Like this man is so mean. But he is literally so hot. He is like literally wearing a chain and he's muscly and he's tattooed and he rides a motorcycle and he has fire powers and he turns into a dragon.
Oh.
I will say it takes 4 books to get there, but once he starts yearning, he is yearning. Like it ends up into like a she turns him down kind of situation, and he is heartbroken, and he will do anything to get his girl.
Okay, we love an asshole who ends up being down bad. That's great. Okay, this is insane to me because for multiple reasons. The first reason, Emily is watering this down. I actually told her, I think, upwards of 10 times. I was like, you were on book 4 of this series. You were on book 5. She's reading these books in actually 24 hours a piece, like going through them, binging them like a crazy person. I'm like, you love these books. You really love them. Just say it out loud. She's like, no, I actually can't say that I like them.
Because they're garbage. They're trash.
Second thing, this is the polar opposite of a book boyfriend that you ever pick.
I know.
Like,
I usually
ever.
go for like the golden retriever.
You love a golden retriever. You love a big burly man who has a soft side and is like kind of a funny asshole. Like, you don't love the really dark, broody, dangerous type. Like, that's more me coded.
I know. And what also makes me question it is that they're also I think 20 years old. Like, they're in college.
This is what we were talking about when we said that you might be thinking about this in the shower, because this is a shower thought for Emily.
Like a college baseball player. Exactly.
Age gap romance.
Yeah, I think I've learned I'm very into the age gap romance.
No matter what side of the spectrum. She'll go older or younger.
As long as
they're above 18.
So, I really sat down and was honest with myself with these awards.
I'm really proud of you.
Okay.
Okay.
Everybody take their award and leave stage left.
Darius and Elliot, please. Continue on.
And don't share notes while you're on the side stage.
No, don't speak. But congratulations.
In a very big flavor switch, our second award is about to be a
palate cleanse.
Most likely to rip your heart out, stomp on it, and hand it back. Your most emotionally devastating pick of the year.
Yeah. Wow. I'm excited for this one.
Yeah. In this book, I actively avoided for probably upwards of 4 years. People recommended it from all walks of life. They were like, you have to read this. This book will change you. And I was like, I don't want to be changed. That sounds so sad. I'm not ready to be that emotionally marked by a book. And then I joined a new book club this year. And the first book they picked, The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna.
Woo!
Woo! Woo! I
baby.
literally sobbed my way through this book and then continued to cry every once in a while for a month and a half afterwards.
She really did. I can't confirm. I read The Nightingale. I can't remember how long ago.
So long ago.
When she told me she was about to read this, I was like, I am slightly concerned for what's about to happen to you.
Yeah.
The reactions afterwards were... they were so spot on. It was everything that I remember going through.
Yes.
And it was just so funny because as you were telling me about it and as you were reacting, I could feel myself getting upset again. And I could feel my own tears welling up. And I'm like, that is the impact of this book. That is the staying power of this book. It's just devastating no matter when you read it. That's Kristen.
I'm shedding a tear right now. I was moved. Congrats, Kristen.
Oh, Godspeed. To anyone who is reading The Nightingale for the first time, call one of us and we'll be your emotional support group. Oh my God. Okay. So mine was actually, I had to sit down and really think about this and really reflect on this because I like to read a lot of sad books and a lot of emotionally devastating books.
Mm-hmm.
And the one that came to mind that I still think about probably once a month, and this book was actually recommended to me by a parent who was like, this book is amazing. This story is so helpful. And so I go into it thinking that it's just going to be a nice learning experience. And turns out it was one of the most devastating stories. I actually cried.
I can't even guess what it is.
I cried for almost hours after, on and off.
What is it?
This book is called Tuesdays with Morrie by Mitch Albom. I guess it's no, it's not an autobiography. It's technically a biography, but it's very uniquely written and it's very well done, where basically this guy who is like kind of a piece of shit, he's like super selfish, whatever. He had gone to college and had this professor who had this very deep impact on him, but then he like had some sort of like mental break and he's like, I want to do something different. He ends up interviewing this professor and like staying around this professor who he finds out is like terminally ill.
Oh
And yes.
no.
And so basically the whole book is he spends every Tuesday with Maury and he goes and sits down with Maury and him and Maury just spend time together. Maury tells him about his life, but more importantly, Maury's like asking him questions, like getting things out of him. And this man was just like actually a prophet, maybe.
Maury.
Like, maybe Maury was like the closest thing to it. And so just the
This
the
is
way
a
that
classic, right? Like, this is like a book that everybody says you need to read in your lifetime.
maybe I agree with that. I fully agree with that. Again, I'm like still thinking about it like to this day. And he ends up dying at the end. And it's
Spoiler. Actually, we saw this coming.
you
I
know,
mean, yeah,
everyone knows.
he's terminally ill.
If you don't know, you should, because if you don't know that and you get to the end, you will not survive it.
Maury is not a vampire. He doesn't live forever.
No. But it was short book too. So like really anyone should read it because you
Yeah.
can get through it in like a day. But I just did not see how emotional it was going to be coming. And it like really hit me like a truck.
I'm
A
adding
semi.
that. I think I'm adding that to my TBR for 2026 because I'm into
You
lit
should.
fic now.
Oh yeah, she's a lit fic girly these days. 2025 converted her.
That's
Okay.
an amazing
Tuesdays with
pick for
Maury.
that.
Take the award, run with it. You deserve it.
Yeah.
Okay, another pivot.
We really set these up really on a roller coaster for you all.
You don't know what you're about to get next, let me tell you. All right, this award is for most likely to keep you up until 3 a.m. saying one more chapter. Your eyes are literally forcing themselves shut and you're like, no, I must keep going. This is the unputdownable book. And it could be a thriller, fantasy, mystery, whatever, that literally hijacked your sleep schedule.
Okay.
And here we go. I actually have the book, the physical copy with me.
Oh, I wonder
My
if I have
pick
mine.
Is The Ascended by Bree Greenwich and Parker Lennox.
You did.
I couldn't even have a like fun lead up for this because I just was so excited to say that this was the book. So this book is 728 pages. I read this book in I think under 72 hours. Like
Yes.
actually could not put it down. It was one of those things where again, my eyes were shutting. They wanted to go to sleep. It was like consistent nights of like 2 a.m. staying up until then when I like finally forced myself to go to sleep. And I was still thinking about it the next morning when I woke up. Like it was that level of an addiction.
Yeah.
This was one of the first fantasies that actually gave me the feeling of when I first read ACOTAR, when I first read Throne of Glass, like where I truly was so enveloped and raptured everything. It's like I genuinely felt invested in every single part of this book. And I just think these authors are unbelievable storytellers. Like I think that they are kind of one of one at this point, like out of the fantasies that I've read this year in terms of their ability to bring the story to life and like hook you in from the get-go. So this book, it deserves everything. I love it so much.
That. It's very unanimous online. Like a lot of people feel this way.
Yeah. Like this is the definition of unputdownable, truly.
Yeah.
And if you are a fan of fantasy, if you love romantasy, like I thought the romance in here was fantastic too. Like I think anyone could get a lot out of this book. Even our friend who reads like a million of these books a year finished this in I think about the same amount of time that I finished it. So okay.
So something you all need to know about me is like I really don't risk my sleep.
No, that's her big boundary. That's how she protects masterpiece.
Like, I am getting 9 hours of sleep every night, so I'm really bad at
At a
this
minimum.
award because I'm, like, I'm putting down every book every night.
That's
So,
fair.
I had to think about this from a perspective of, like, a book where the way that it was written, I had to keep reading. Like, you know when a chapter ends and you're like, it's almost like a cliffhanger every chapter and you're like,
Yes.
"Fuck, now I have to read the next chapter." This
Yeah.
book did that for me, and Cassie's gonna know The One by John Mars. So it's written in like 5 POVs, and every chapter is a different POV, and these chapters are only like 5 pages long. So you're like, oh, I'll stop after this next chapter. And you're like, well, the next chapter is only 5 pages. And then you're like 30 chapters afterwards, and you're like, how did I get here? Because you had to know what happened next.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember you saying that. And I
Yeah.
remember being like, I have no idea what this book is about.
Yeah, and no, the thing that's surprising is like nobody talks about this book. It's like a thriller, a psychological thriller, where people are taking this test to see who their soulmates are, but then their soulmates end up being unexpected people, like for example, a serial killer. And so you
Ooh.
have to keep like reading to see how these like relationships develop, and it is a wild ending. Like you do not see it coming. So
Yeah.
if I was one to give up my sleep, this one would have been the one. But maybe in
Okay.
2026, I will find a book so good that I don't sleep 9 hours.
That we'll see. I highly doubt it, but we'll
I
see.
highly doubt it too.
All right. The Ascended and The One. Take your awards.
Woo! This next one is like really funny, and I mean really funny. Most likely to make you laugh in public and embarrass yourself.
Literally funny.
And I think you're going to be surprised about which one mine is, Cass.
Okay. Yeah, I probably will. I actually have no idea what yours is going to be.
Okay, this book was unexpectedly funny. It made me laugh a lot. And like I could not stop giggling, and I'm still laughing about it to this day. And
Okay.
it is Chasing the Wild, which Cassie and I just read for a smutty week that's coming up.
That is actually such a good pick for this one. I totally agree with that.
The amount of LMAOs in all caps that I sent Cassie while we were talking about this, it is the most fucking hilarious shit you will ever read, and it's not supposed to be funny.
It's not. It's like this author clearly dead seriously wrote these things.
Like, this is a romance book, like an erotic romance book, and it's just so out of the box. I could not stop giggling. I was either giggling because, like, I was embarrassed from, like, how sexual it was, or I was laughing because of how silly it was and how
That's so true.
funny the scenarios were. Like I was like mopping my home with AirPods in, and I literally could not stop laughing.
No, I couldn't agree more. I literally just told Emily tonight that I think I laughed for like 80% of that book.
Who is it even by?
I don't know.
Elliot?
I don't want to say it out loud.
Chasing the Wild. It's actually a very well-known smutty book, and like I think
Yes,
people actually love it, but it is so fun. It will give you a
it
great
is
laugh.
funny. It will give you the like schoolgirl giggles where you're just like hee 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 the
Oh
whole
my
time.
gosh. It really made me feel like I was like a little like high school girl laughing about my first boyfriend.
Yeah, that's so true. Oh my God. I love that. That's a great pick for that. Okay. My pick is also a romance book.
Ooh.
But I think the author was intentionally trying to be funny because I've read a lot of her other books and she's pretty funny. But this book was also pretty funny, which is hilarious.
Should we be laughing at the smut? Somebody let us know.
I think that Emily and I are just literally 12 years old. We have the humor of children, and that's it. So mine is Mate by Allie Hazelwood.
Oh, yeah, you did love that.
I genuinely was like cackling at the funny parts in this book. Like actually, I was alone in my bed laughing out loud as I was reading it.
Was it
like,
the dialogue, or was it like the scenes?
No, it was the dialogue. Like the characters. She is, I think, tip of the top for me in terms of how she writes characters and their banter. Like, is just 1,000 out of 10. Like, I don't know how she does it. I don't know what she does and what she puts in these books, but it's unbelievable. And so it was like basically all in the dialogue. Like, it's just, I don't know. And she just builds these characters that are just hilarious, witty, smart, and the way that they like go about their conversation is just so brilliant that I don't know, as you're reading it, you're just like, holy shit, I want to be in this conversation with these people.
That MMC is a werewolf.
Yes,
A
he's an
funny
alpha werewolf.
Funny alpha. What more could you ask for?
He's actually not trying to be funny, I'm sure.
These
But
are
it's like the things he says are hilarious.
these are actually some of my top books to read in 2026. But I've heard that like Bride is like not as good as Mate, so you kind of have to like get through Bride to get to Mate.
So that's the thing is I loved Bride, but then Mate ended up being so much better. So like I actually
So they're
really
both good.
enjoyed both of them. Yeah, I think that they're both really good. This one I just thought was better for whatever reason. I think truly the reason it was better was because of the two main characters being so good together.
Well, we've learned that we think romance is hilarious, which I don't know what that says.
And that's it. Okay, our next category is another pivot. And this one is the one that is most likely to break your brain in the best possible way. The one that is a literal mind bender. Anything that made you question reality, who you are, what the world around you is like, anything like that. And my pick is one that I similarly have continued to think about since I read it.
I think we have the same pick. That's why I'm
We
making a funny
probably do.
face.
We probably do. It is a pick that I personally have always enjoyed sci-fi for this reason, because it always makes me think about things very differently. It makes me look at things from a very different lens. But I think this one made me really think about like humanity and the way that we approach each other in the world on a day-to-day basis from like a completely different framework. And I loved that. And that book was Project Hail Mary.
Oh yeah, baby. Andy Weir.
Andy Weir.
That was
Come
my
to the
pick,
front,
too.
big guy.
You get
wrote
all the
a
awards.
masterpiece. Oh my God, this book was unbelievable. And it was also a contender for the book that made me laugh a lot because it was hilarious. Like his writing style is just unbelievable. Like he writes this character who is this very smart person. He's operating around a lot of very smart people. He's like talking about a lot of like high level, like theoretical things that like I would never in normal life be able to understand. But for some reason I'm reading this and I'm like, I am a scientist.
Yeah.
I understand.
I think that's why it was for me. So I like can't say I'm a big science girl. Like I don't know a ton about science, and this book had me like ready to pick up a science textbook and learn everything I ever didn't know. I've been watching planet documentaries ever since I read this. I've been needing to know about the time-space continuum. Like I'm a changed woman.
She's Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Sign me up for NASA.
Get her on board. Yeah,
It also was mind-bending in the way that I didn't realize a lot of the stuff that they're like writing about, which seems like fiction, is actually real. Like a lot of the like planets that they've discovered that have like extraterrestrial life in whatever form, real. Like there is actual these things going on. And I don't think I think the day to day we're walking around a little selfish in our bubble. Like we're on Earth, like we're comfy, cozy, whatever. But there's a lot going on out there.
We think that our problems are the biggest problems there are to be had. And obviously that is literally not the case in our own planet. But then you, to your point, consider this entire universe and we are so small, so insignificant, so nothing. Like, why are we not living our lives with that perspective? Like that would just put so many things into a framework where it's like, oh, that actually doesn't matter. Maybe I shouldn't be a selfish asshole.
Yeah. And these aren't awards that we're giving out today, but also like I said, we're not the Goodreads or awards, we're not basic. So but if we were basic and we were giving out best audiobook, best side character, this book would also get both of those. Ray Porter and Rocky, I mean,
I don't know. I think Bartholomew is still my favorite side character.
No, Rocky was a Bartholomew like times 5.
No.
Like he literally had Gargoyle's energy, but he was like so sweet and funny,
I
and
don't
he just
know.
had like so much more dialogue to fall in love with him.
I don't know. I think Gargoyle is still my number one, but Rocky's a close second. I totally agree with you.
But best audiobook, can you at
Yeah.
least agree with me on that?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll give you that.
Ray Porter.
Ray Porter. Good job, Ray. We love
Good
you.
job, Ray. Come get the award.
Good job. You beat Anthony Palmini, and that's a big deal.
This next book, this is like a big time BBC award because this is like kind of how we like top rate books is like most likely to make you like annoyingly recommended to everybody you come in contact with.
Yes. Yes. This is so us coded, like
Yeah.
to a T.
We always judge books like we like sometimes take away a star, give them an extra star based on the amount of people we recommended it to in like a 24-hour period after
Hands down.
reading.
Hands down. 100%.
And for me, like, I am telling you, I was on my work Slack. I was at my family's house. I was calling friends. Anybody that mentioned they're maybe going to start reading as their New Year's resolution, I was like, you need to read Atmosphere by Taylor Jenkins Reid.
Yes, this is mine too. I literally was going to say, I feel like Emily and I became lobbyists for this book.
We did.
We were on the Hill in DC saying this needs to be required reading across America.
Somebody I recommended it to was like, oh my God, the wait on Libby is so long. I was like, don't worry, I'll drive my copy to you.
Don't worry, I got you.
What's your address? I'll be there in a second.
No, I could not agree more. I just think that this book has something for literally everyone. Like,
Yeah.
I think that anyone who would pick this up that we know, who maybe is like, I don't know who wouldn't like this.
I know,
like,
it's like a genre-bending book.
Yeah, maybe like a stupid man who like only listens to like podcasts about I don't even know what. But that's it. Like I really think that anyone would really, really enjoy this and like really feel actually impacted by the story, would really enjoy learning about the things that happened. Like it's a historical fiction with a romance, I would say, subplot.
Yeah, in a sci-fi level.
Sure. Level.
Sub-level.
But I just think, like, as we were talking about Project Hail Mary and this, like, ability to kind of, like, draw empathy from these stories, like, that was a huge one for me where it's like, oh my God, like, this was not that long ago. And people were dealing with so much stigma and were dealing with these massive hills to just get ahead in their career and make their dreams come true and all these things. And it's such a well done story. And okay. Our next one is kind of similar, I would say, to not similar, but it follows a similar thread, and it's most likely to change how you see the world. And this is something that should be thought-provoking, something that's socially relevant, something that helps you kind of see things from a completely different perspective that you wouldn't have had otherwise. And for mine, I have a book that I think that I've talked about a lot on here.
I know what it is now.
So this should not come as a surprise. But it's written from the perspective of a man who is Middle Eastern, but he grew up in the US, and he struggles with his sexuality. He struggles with his place in the world. He struggles with what he wants to do with his life, what his purpose is. And he essentially goes on this entire mission to write this book about martyrs. And this book is called Martyr. This book was something that changed how I saw the world because this character is so like imperfect. He's very flawed, and like you see it throughout the book. You see him kind of grow throughout the book. He's an alcoholic. He's an addict to multiple things, and it was just a really beautiful journey to watch. There's a lot of obviously like social commentary that comes out of it, just in terms of like the racism that's still present in the U.S., the just bias against people who are either gay or don't know where they're at there. And like, there's just a lot in that book that made me really think about how I approach other people that are different from me. And I really appreciated it.
What's that saying they say, like, you have to like walk a mile in somebody else's shoes?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
that is, like,
definitely.
what books are very good for because, like, you don't always have the, like, chance to, like, be in somebody else's life and understand what they're going through, but books are so good at putting you in other people's perspectives to the
Yeah.
point where you can, like, learn, like, to your point, about the world, but still be
Yeah.
in your home.
Yeah. Absolutely. From the cover of your couch, you
Yep,
can learn.
yep. And, my book that I chose has a similar theme, and I was really trying to follow the rules, and I didn't know if I read this book in 2025. So I looked in my Kindle, and I had it downloaded on 12/29/24. But
It doesn't count.
no, I do not believe I read it because that's the week of New Year's Eve, and I know what I was doing. So I think I read this the first week of January.
I'll be the judge of this. I'll remember.
And I'm saying this because I knew you were going to be the judge and I knew you were going to be annoying.
And the jury.
My book is Piranesi by Susanna Clark.
Ah, you definitely read this last year.
No, I didn't. I did not.
I did not.
I
The way that
did
you're responding to this makes me think that you don't believe that.
I am a little unsure, but it's still my book.
Fine, whatever.
This is my fantasy. And you
She's
know what?
gonna be a lit fit girl next year, okay? It'll
So
be
that's
fine.
also kind of what this book is about is how your life is your perception. Like how however you make the perception of your own life, your mindset of what's going on around you, the challenges that you're bringing, the happiness that's brought to you, whatever you make of that, you have complete control over. Like
Yeah.
you are the maker of your own life and your own reality.
Yeah.
And I think that's like a very good message to like start off the year with. And I actually recommend everybody read that maybe at the end of the year or at the beginning.
Emily's literally telling me to read it.
No, I'm judging myself for downloading it 12/29.
Maybe at the end of the year, maybe at the beginning.
But no, I think it's like a great way to get yourself in a mindset to be like, this year is what I want to make of it. And also, the main character in this book is not handed a happy life. Like, he is actually handed an absolute shit storyline. And he is probably one of the happiest people I've ever read in a book.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I love that. Well, I just got the book, so
Mhm.
perfect timing for me to maybe read it in a few weeks and
12/29
then say
or
that I wrote
1/1.
it or read it in 2026. It'll be great.
Okay. So, most likely to become your emotional support book is up next. And this one is
Woo!
really interesting. I actually had to think about this one for a while, and I think you're going to
Yeah.
be surprised by my answer.
I think so too. I have no idea what you're going to tell me.
So, I kind of had to put this in a little bit of a category.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, emotional support book category of what is Emily Henry books? Because I had not read any Emily Henry until 2025.
That
Do
is
you remember
true.
that?
That's true. This was your year of Emily Henry.
Yeah, and the first one I read was People We Meet on Vacation, and then
Yep.
I read Book Lovers, and then I read
Yep.
Great Big Beautiful Life, and
Yep.
every time they got me out of a reading slump because I was
Yeah.
like, oh my gosh, what a cozy read. There's always a
Yeah.
happy ending. Like the stories are easy to absorb. Their
Yeah.
characters are modern, easy to understand. Like it's just like a cozy, cute, like I could sit in a cafe, drink my hot coffee, look out the window with my M. Hen book.
I love that.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you that. I'm going to allow this deviation.
Because it was my
and-
year of Emily Henry.
Because it was your year of Emily Henry. It was Emily's year of Emily Henry. My book was actually a contemporary romance also. And I think that this author is very quickly becoming my next Sally Hazelwood.
Who is it?
The book is First Time Caller by B.K. Borison.
Oh!
And it was, oh my gosh. So basically, she is obsessed with Nora Ephron movies. So that is like Sleepless in Seattle, when Harry Met Sally, like that kind of vibe. And those are my all-time comfort movies. Like I watch Sleepless in Seattle once a quarter. Every time I'm having a full mental breakdown, it's like I gotta put on Sleepless in Seattle.
Yeah.
And this book was like loosely based off of that. And I loved every second of it. Like I still think about it randomly if I'm like, oh God, I just don't feel great. Like that is a book that I would pick up hands
It's like
down.
a rom-com.
Yes, it is very much like a rom-com, and
Yeah.
it was so good, and, like, to your point on it just, like, ending happily and, like, all of the ends are tied up just so beautifully, like, I remember just closing the book and being like, "Ah, that was
Yeah.
amazing."
Like, you just feel like, oh, like a breath of like a sigh of relief.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
like, wow, oh my gosh, I just really enjoyed that. So, yeah, I think, that is my new comfort book, and I
I
think
love that.
BK Borison is probably gonna be my Allie Hazelwood of 2026, if I had
You
to guess.
said, you said that the audiobook is really good, right?
Yeah, yeah, it's a duet too, so you have the
Oh.
boy and the girl in
I'm gonna
there.
add that. Wow, Cassie's like really influencing my 2026 TBR. I love that. All of these people, like the rom-coms deserve their moment. People
They
don't take them
do,
seriously enough, but they are a pillar in our society.
as they should be, damn it.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, our next one is also kind of a mind-bending category. This one is most likely to have you Googling maps, family trees, and glossaries. So this is really, I think, more kind of fantasy, sci-fi related. This is
Yeah.
for or even, I guess, historical fiction. Like, there are really good historical fiction books where you're like, "Holy shit, I'm not following this." But these are for really epic books where there's a lot of world building or a lot of, like, historical timelines or whatever that may be.
Yeah.
And my pick for this one was actually a very buzzy book from this year.
What is it?
And this was the third book in a very popular series
Wait, let me hold up mine to see if I'm right.
where the author really did a lot with this book. A lot of new characters were introduced, a lot of new worlds were introduced. We were taken on side quests, on journeys, there were big battles, the whole thing. And that is Onyx Storm by
Woo!
Rebecca Yarros.
That's what mine was too. How could
I
it
mean,
not be? Like the
right.
amount of like glossaries and dictionaries that were released because of this book, like the amount of online summaries. This is the reason
This
the
is the reason why we're
BBC was
here.
born because
This is
we
the reason.
had no fucking idea what was going on. That we had to literally come up with a study guide.
This is the only book that I have reread this year. Like, Emily can attest, I finished this book and literally the next day decided to reread it because I was like, I need to go back and actually soak in what the fuck just happened and like
Yeah.
who all we were just introduced to, what everything means, why it happened. Like, there was just so much in this book. And what's crazy is it wasn't crazily long.
No.
Like, it's what, 5 something pages,
Yeah.
500 something pages?
Yeah. But
So,
like
like, very impressive how much she just smushed into this bad boy.
whose dragon is whose, what signet goes to who. Sometimes they have 2 signets. Where are we on the map? Like, you got to keep track here.
Your guess is better than mine, buddy.
Who's bad? Who's good? We're not sure. She's not sure.
Who's the brother?
Who's the brother? Top question of top literary question of 2025. Who's the brother?
I need that Google search roundup, that commercial that comes out, and I swear to God, if Who's the Brother is not on there, I'm gonna be like, this is a fucking lie.
Yeah. Who's
Fib.
the brother? We don't know.
It also has to be said in that weird accent.
Who's the brother?
Who's the brother?
Oh my God. That is so true, though. There was no other pick for that. Like, I tried to pick something else because
No.
I was like, oh, you know, everybody always talks about Onyx Storm, but there's just no other book to pick.
No, and truly, like, The Ascended, I thought was, like, very diverse, very epic, whatever, but, like, I followed that even more than I did with Onyx Storm.
Yeah. And, you know, in 2025, we had to give Miss Rebecca Yarros an award because she definitely deserves one.
Yes, she crushed it. We love you, Rebecca, if you're listening.
If you're listening, if this was your top podcast on Spotify Wrapped,
Oh my
okay,
God.
our last award before we give out Best Book of the Year is most likely to make you say, I have no idea what genre this was, but I absolutely loved it.
Ooh,
This was like a wild card, like genre bending. Where were we?
Literally the Cowboy Carter of the book world.
100%.
Okay. What's yours?
I think that we could have a similar one on this one.
I think so too.
And I was just actually trying to decide when recommending this book to somebody today what it was, and I couldn't. The Favorites by Lane Fargo.
Yep. That was mine too.
Is it romance? Is it contemporary? Is it lit fic? Is it an ESPN 30 for 30? We don't know.
I have no idea, but I loved every second of it.
Is it actually an Olympic autobiography?
Is it a Wuthering Heights retelling?
Is it literally Wuthering Heights? Just they changed
On
the
ice.
words to modern?
Is it if we created a show on ice for Wuthering Heights?
Is it Disney on Ice? Literally, as you can tell, you could go on and on about this book, but whatever it was, I was feral for it. It was toxic. It was interesting. The Olympic sports, competitive, elite athletes.
Yes. The whole time I was locked in. And this book is kind of long for the storyline. Like, I remember reading the plot and I was like, okay, this will be a good, like, quick, fun read or whatever. And it was what, 400 something pages? Like, it was up there.
I actually don't know that I would have liked it as much if it would have been shorter. Like, the amount of
I agree.
twists it went on, like, I needed those, I think.
Well, and the time that it spanned, like, you really got to see this, like, development of these characters. And, like, obviously it's all centered around the Olympics. And that's only happening every 4 years. And that's a lot of ground to cover in between that. And there's a lot of prep that's happening, and obviously their personal lives. So yeah, I agree. I thought it was very well done. Once I was done, I was like, okay, I got it.
And it made it a lot more realistic that it took so much time to cover everything, because, like, it could have easily been like, oh, it's their first season as ice dancers and they got gold. No, that's not going to work for anybody.
No, these people have been through the trenches to get to where they are. Okay, it's time for the moment that we've all been waiting for. The big word of the night. You've been sitting here through commercials, through performances, through speeches. And now it's time.
What you've all been waiting for.
Emily would already be in bed by now. The top book of 2025. Okay. Okay. My top book of 2025.
I'm literally sweating. My feet are clammy.
Was literally one that covered every possible base for me. It taught me things. It made me feel every possible emotion. I laughed. I cried. I gasped. I thought about it late at night. I loved the characters. They're still with me to this day. They are with me and around me at all times. I love this author. I had never read anything by this author before, and now I am fully a fan. My book is Project Hail Mary.
Woo!
Congrats.
I did not pick that.
Why do I think I know which one yours is going to be?
Okay, but it was my runner-up. I was between Project Hail Mary and this other book, and
you know what? I gave Project Hail Mary a 6-star, and you gave it a 5-star, so that makes sense.
Yeah, I gave this next book, I hope I gave it 5 stars. You'll never know because I don't keep a Goodreads. Okay, my book that I picked was Atmosphere, and for me, it won a little bit over Project Hail Mary just because of recommendability. Like, I was recommending Atmosphere to anybody and everybody, but I knew there was a group of people that wouldn't love Project Hail Mary, that, like, couldn't sit through the science of it.
Oh, you did say up front that this is how you rate things, is how much you can recommend.
Yes, 100%. That's, like, my top thing. And so Project Hail Mary was 100%, like, right there. And it really was the year of the astronauts for me.
It was the year of going into space and really learning a lot of things in space. I think that my top books, the way that I measure them, are the ones that just really stay with me, and the ones that I, like, think about regularly. Like, they don't have to be books for everyone. Like, my top book of all time is literally a memoir that, like, I would maybe recommend to, like, 5 people that I know. But it's a book that I think about all the time, and I'm like, similar to Piranesi, I'm like, I need to read that every year. I need to, like, engross myself in this story regularly because it's just so good. So yeah, but I do get it. Atmosphere was honestly maybe a close second for me. Maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know though. Ascended was up there too.
Yeah, true. I don't know why. Okay, I have to admit something now that we're at the end of this episode. You've all stayed this long. Here's your secret. I love Romantasy. It is the reason we're here. It's the reason that we're all readers today. But
Mm,
this year, I really stretched my limits, and I don't think Romantasy was like my top genre this year.
it wasn't.
No.
And I was thinking that about you recently. I was like, I think that I broke Emily finally.
Yeah, you did. Like, my eyes were blown open this year, and
Yes.
I loved every second of it. And I really think in 2026, everybody should stretch to other genres. Start small. Start
Yeah.
small.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think
Start
you're
with the
really going
fun
to enjoy
stuff.
it. Yeah.
I love that. That's a great message going into 2026.
Hmm.
Explore new things,
Exactly.
whether it's new planets or new genres. Explore. Get out
Explore.
there. Open
You
your eyes.
never know who you could become.
That's true. Well, I think that wraps up our awards.
Yeah.
This is great. I have a lot on my TBR. We are going to do a lot of big things in 2026 with our genre bending and our genre
Yeah.
exploration.
And we're so excited to share it with you all. So continue to like, subscribe, comment, show us the love because we cannot wait for what 2026 has in store.
Yes. And if you can do us a favor, if you are listening to this book, and please rate us on whatever platform you are currently listening on, that would mean a great deal to us and help us out tremendously. I think next week we are doing a little pivot. And for our little dirty girls, we're talking about
Woo!
smut. We are talking about our smutty reads, not just from this year, but our favorite ones of all time. Why we read smut, why we enjoy it so much, what the heck is happening with smut and romance and romantasy, all of the
Mhm.
things. We're breaking it down. So come back for more.
That's going to be a good episode.
Oh, yeah. All right. So we'll see you same time, same place. Bring your blankets, bring your book boyfriends, and we'll see you then.
See ya.